KMS US.
Hey everybody, it's Maggie. We are here in California at the KMS Academy in Santa Monica. Very cool place. If you get a chance, you gotta stop by here. It's pretty cool. I'm here with Edwin. Edwin, tell us who you are.
I'm Edwin Johnson. I'm the KMS Global Ambassador, and I'm here at the Academy this week taking the US art team through the new KMS Men's campaign.
So there's a lot of cute men around here, and they're all getting groomed and made even more fabulous. And we were talking that you said, you know, how to make the perfect fade is a big thing that you're frequently asked. So I'm going to flip this around, and Edwin is going to introduce us to Molly, and we're going to do a little something on this really cute guy over here. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Can we do a periscope on you?
Yeah, sure.
Are you in the witness protection program or anything? All
No,
right, good.
I'm not.
All right, good. All right, so I'm going to flip this around. Take it away.
Great, so Molly, come on in. So yeah, we're working on men's hair grooming, specifically working with fades. So there's 3 techniques in this new campaign: scissor over comb, clippers with a guard, and clipper over comb. So Molly, why don't you tell us what you did with your model and how you achieved the fade by establishing your guide?
So what I did to achieve this was I started by actually creating a guide right by the parietal ridge by doing it with clipper over comb.
Yep.
And that was new to me, so I was really excited. And then I went in with a 0 clipper and did all of my blending with clipper over comb and scissor over comb techniques as well.
Can you do a little demo? Show us how you did it.
Certainly.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You know, do you mind getting more of your haircut?
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, meanwhile, where is Simon? Is Simon? There he is.
What? I'm always creeping in the background.
Whenever we're at anything KMS, there's Simon is there. We love him. Alrighty.
I think this model was great too because of his natural texture of his hair, and we're embracing his texture, we're not smoothing it out. So I just wanted to add that in. We're going to use some of probably our KMS Curl Up product to define some of this curl and work with his natural texture because it's fantastic. Handsome guy, you know.
So what are the biggest challenges in doing a fade?
I think the biggest challenges are where to actually start the highest point or the longest point of your fade and how to work up to that. Hairdressers tend to start at the perimeter and work.
So we can see this a little better. Just turn. Yeah, just look that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a hairdresser, traditionally, if they were doing scissor over comb or something, they've been taught to work from the perimeter up into their shape. When you work with barbers, they actually create their interior length first, and then they fade up to that. So I think it's quite clever because it gives you an established guide to work to. And then you're just basically going a little shorter each time until you get the shortness of fade that you want. So in this case, he didn't want to go like right to his skin, but it's pretty tight, and then it works in from short, graduating up to longer. So I can get Molly to show you with some clippers and a comb.
Time, Molly.
Awesome.
You're on.
So what I did to achieve this, I have a really great barbering comb, and this is incredible, especially when you're going in to do a fade, because you can keep it stable right on the head. So I'm holding it straight square on his head while I'm gonna go in and fade. And that gives me a lot of stability when I'm working, so I'm just gonna hold it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm stepping on the wall. Sorry.
So just holding it straight on the head and making sure that I'm not curving it to the round of the head. I'm just going in.
I'm going to go behind you so that you
Yep.
see what you're doing. Okay, go ahead.
Just going in and blending. And this eliminates also a lot of time, and it also adds a really cool customized service for your client when you're doing something like this. Typically, stylists go in and they'll use guards and they'll go in and fade it 1, 2, 3, 4. But this will give you more of a customized look, and they feel like they're getting more of a service for them as well. So just going in.
Did you talk about what size clipper you're using or guard?
This is actually an unguarded clipper. So it's a 0. Okay, and I'm working with this is a flat top comb, I think, right? Yeah, so I'm working with this flat top comb to go in and do my blending.
Okay.
And the reason why she's using the flat top comb is because it gives a nice smooth surface for the clipper to go back and forth.
Gotcha.
So there's no ridges on the comb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking, do you create a guideline prior to starting the fade?
Yes, that's a great question. So what I did initially was I found where I wanted to have my focal point, which essentially I wanted it to be below the occipital bone. I wanted my fade to be a little bit lower. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of room to blend it, and how I did that was I went right at the parietal ridge, holding my barbering comb right on the head, and I went in and I created my guide and then blended down from there.
Perfect. All right, somebody asked about fading into the beard.
Fading into the beard, that's also a great question. So again, this comb is fantastic for that because it's very wide, and as Edwin said, it glides very easily when you're working. So I think it's great because you can see where your initial fade is, and then you can just work it right into the beard to really give it that nice blend.
So I think the trend we're seeing is where it's going to be short and then gradually, and then it's going to go the opposite way. It's going to start getting longer as you go back down into the beard.
Right.
Do you ever define a line in there?
Yeah, I mean, you could go in and, create a stronger edge line, but he wanted his look to be a little bit more distressed, so we didn't go in and create that.
Distressed. Ooh.
Yeah, you like that? So yeah, we kept it a little bit more natural because his ultimate goal is to grow his hair out. And am I switching with you? So yeah, and I finished with him. His style equation started with the Tame Frizz shampoo, and then for styling, I used the curl perfecting lotion from our Curl Up line. I went in and I diffused it, and I made sure that the curls were still bundled while I was working to eliminate it from creating frizz, and then I finished it with a little bit of our hair play dry wax.
Perfect. And somebody just asked where we are. We are at the KMS Academy. Go ahead.
In Santa Monica, California.
Very cool. And
Awesome.
We have a nice big class going on over here. Everybody wave. Hello, everybody. And there's Sana. We're going to be talking to her later. Oh, it's Simon run away. Oh, there he is.
He's hiding from the Clippers.
Yeah, we're gonna go get Simon next. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody. And
Thanks,
you,
Maggie.
Molly.
Thanks, Maggie.
Okay,
Thanks for
okay,
having
bye.
us.
All right, bye-bye.